This is our side hall.
An avalanche and people were bringing designer clothes,
This is
designer jackets.
all been organised and arranged
Places gave us 12 boxes of brand new clothes.
by the community. Food, clothes coming in from literally everywhere. People come from across the country, really.
Nice working with you, man. Hopefully, I'm working tomorrow, but hopefully I can come after work.
Yes, sir.
Around the corner, so I'll make the call. Yeah, brother, I've been up since like 5:30, man. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
Nice one. Yeah.
Okay, mate.
Much blessings to you guys, man. Nice
Yeah,
one, yeah.
thank you.
Hope to see you tomorrow.
God bless, yeah, that's the most.
See you, ladies. Bye. Thank you.
Okay. All right, you're welcome.
Maybe see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
After work, I'm down.
Okay.
Thank you.
Into the main church, would you believe this? What does it look like? It looks like a tip, doesn't it? It looks like a landfill. That's what it looks like. It literally looks like a landfill. How are we going to have church?
Oh gosh. Avalanche. Everything. This is incredible.
Goes on.
Molly! Hey, Molly! Molly!
We were completely overwhelmed with the amount of donation that poured in. By Thursday morning, the church looked like a landfill site. But thank God we saw humanity at its very best with this tragedy that unfolded. People came offering their service and offering their help. We were open from the early hours of the morning to late at night as volunteers came throughout the day and the night offering their service to help us, which we were truly grateful because as a church we are very small, and without the volunteers there's no way we would have been able to cope, and we're really grateful for that. Each morning the core team will meet around 9 o'clock. Our doors will be open from 10 o'clock, but the core team will meet from 9 o'clock to plan what was going to be done throughout the day. And each of the core team were delegated certain responsibilities that went for a whole year, really. And this is how we were able to organize all the donations, where they were going to go, and the whole setup that took place. This is where we have been receiving the donations that have been so generously given by the public. 210 Latimer Road, the Tabernacle Christian Center. And as you can see, this is our main hall of worship, and we have set it up in the daytime so that the survivors can come in, and these clothing has been given by companies. These are brand new. All these items you see here are brand new clothing, which the survivors are coming in and they're able to go throughout the hall here and to select what is needed for them. So this is our main worship center. In the daytime, it is set up as a church, and we have a number of the volunteers that come in to help the survivors go throughout the various items. We've got shoes, and we've got shirts and socks, undergarments, We've got baby clothes as well, brand new baby clothes. In our side hall, we have the dry foods. We've got washing powder. We have toiletries. In the garden, we've got gazebos donated to us, and so we have push chairs in the garden, and we had the mattresses, brand new mattresses out there as well, which is now in storage, and lots of other items that has been helping the survivors as they come in. Some of them that come in, obviously they're very traumatized, distraught, very tearful. They come with family members. Some of them have asked for prayer, which we have been able to give that support and that comfort in the time of bereavement. Also, we have received a number of financial donation through our website on the church. And we've been able to give away a few thousands of pounds to for survivors that has been coming here, because although the government has set up or given a certain amount of money, they've been advised vis-a-vis survivors not to take the money, because they believe they won't get proper justice later on and so forth. So they come into charities just like ourselves, and where we can offer them money, we do that as well. We have about over 50 registered on our books as survivors, which have been receiving items as well. Recently we had a concert that was placed, that was laid on in Tabernacle Christian Center. We had to have the concert outside of the church because there was about 300 to 400 people that came along to that concert. It was a fundraising concert, and it was a great success. And we didn't actually put it on. It was the organizers. They rang us and asked if we could use your center, is what we see on television, to raise funds for the survivors. And so we did that, and we had some great artists. We thank God for their contribution. All the proceeds, which was over £4,000 that was raised on that evening, are going to the survivors. We're just doing what we can do in being light and salt, letting our light shine, and survivors are coming here and they're receiving ministry. God bless you. When we found out where the survivors were staying in the hotels, we quickly got together emergency packages to be sent to the hotel. We had cab companies coming here asking us if we would like to have their service, and which we took up straight away, and we were able to get these emergency packages for the survivors down at the hotel. Also, we had members of the church that would be down at the hotel each evening just to support the survivors and to find out what their needs were, and inviting them to come here for the clothes and other donations. Or we were able to put together certain packages that they would have need of. We had volunteers as far as Gloucester, and I'd just like to say a big thank you to the Bolton family, a mother with 4 children that stayed in the side hall for 5 months to help with the survivors. And also we had a lady here from Essex, and she stayed here for about 3 months to help serve our community. The businesses on Latimer Road got involved very quickly when they saw volunteers and donations that was being poured into this church. The majority of the businesses on Latimer Road actually came by and asked us what we would have need of. Can they help us? And we're so grateful for the businesses, because they all contributed financially and also with certain resources that we had need of. With the volunteers coming, food was coming here every single day from Byron's restaurant and Caribbean restaurant and many local restaurants, as well as from restaurants from as far as Southall, coming with their samosas to help feed the volunteers each day. And we're so grateful for that. Volunteers came from local businesses, businesses in the area that were releasing their employees to come down and work for 3 hours, then they will go back to work. Also, Burlington Dale School sent children here also to help out with the amount of donations that were coming in very quickly. These are some of the memorial walls around North Kensington in memory of the victims that died in the tower. This is just outside of Latimer Christian Centre, where we were on the morning of the tragedy. I'd like to say a big thank you to all our volunteers that gave of their service during the donations that were coming in and helping out of the survivors. I want to thank also some of the businesses in the community that released their staff to come here for a few hours. Also Burlington Day School that released some of their children to also come and serve the Grenfell survivors here. And also a big thank you to our core team, guys that were with us to help plan the entire day, what we would do and what would happen for that day. Also members of our church here at Tabernacle Christian Centre, who gave up their time for an entire year as we had our main hall turned into a shopping mall during the daytime, and they will be here to receive the survivors as the place was open later on 3 days a week. And also they went to the hotels in the evening to offer their support to those that were there who had needs, and bringing items from the church to the hotel. Just thank you so very much for your warm support, and I know that God will richly bless you. Along with this documentary video, there is also another 2 separate videos which I really encourage you to watch. A few weeks into this tragedy, this church hosted a very large gospel concert. It was a fundraising concert for the Grenfell survivors. We had all the major gospel artists that came together to host a concert. This building was too small, so we held it outside on a Sunday evening, and each of the gospel artists gave an encouraging word to the families of the bereaved, and I encourage you to watch that. The next video was at the end of the year. We held a Christmas party for our Grenfell families that were still in the hotel, and we planned that in around 3 weeks. We were contemplating whether we should go ahead and do that, but as we got word there were still families that were in the hotel and they're going to be there at Christmas, we decided to have a Christmas party as close to Christmas as possible, and that event was a success. People came on board to help out, and so please watch that video, and you'll be greatly encouraged. Once again, thank you so much for your help and your blessing to our community.